we come to conclusions that we need to scrutinize idea into abstract, stupid little models, so our ego and mind cannot have objection about that. Because if teacher asks pupil for some equation mathematical, and if he get a different number from the equation which need to have, he will give him a bad remark. But if the pupils don't react at all, pretending that he don't hear the question, then the teacher will lose time for repeating the question, and pupil will push the teacher in the zone where pupil want. This is the position of magician. We want to move our brain from the position of control so it can follow abstract models which don't have sense, don't have end, don't have goal, so ego will have vector value for the thought. We need to put away desire from the level of thought to the level of attainment. Desire needs to be a nickname of your angel, nickname of your selfhood, not a formula, magical formula which you will be given by the end of life if you are good enough so you can change the universe. No, we don't need that model at all. We need to abstract it so much, like in criminal movies, when killer doing irrational things because police need a logic so it can trace the killer. But if killer don't have a motive and killing people without patterns, police cannot find him because there is no logic which connected the killing. He's doing randomly stupid things. This is exactly why and what we need in our working. Only this. Don't expect to be perfect with the color, with the sense. No, a couple of seconds. You need to have sensation of when the balloon is so much full of this very, very light color and so much rare color. And when it poof, you will need to sense that poofing, leaving nothing in the space of what a moment before was your desire. Or not your desire, your reaction toward desire, which killing desire itself. This is the point. Everything that I did in my life, especially when do that in a lucid dreaming, and especially in a space which I called secret inner space in your lucid dreaming, which is very special place. You can watch on YouTube. I speak about it. It is totally mind fact. It is a part of a mind which I don't know how and in which way it existed, but working in that place brings remarkable results. So have a time, look it, watch it. I'm not making a commercial, anything, just watch it so you can bring the knowledge of this exercise together with that lucid dreaming attempt. You will see that the main object of my interest, it's not occultism nor spiritual, quite the contrary. I try to understand each occasion and each act as a playground of my selfhood, and each happening as a dialogue between me and my God. This is something which is a bit like psychology, way of how I treat my own spirituality. With that, I think there is no limits in our art, really. I believe, deeply believe that almost everything that as a children we seek in magic, and later we find out that, oh no, of course it is impossible. No, quite the contrary. It is possible, because there is no impossible in the words and the language of our selfhood. Possible, it's translated as impossible in the words of our ego, because it has that concept. But in the concept of selfhood, there is no impossible to translate, because it cannot understand the meaning of it. Our selfhood living in the point of realization, not in the point of a realistic way. Something which is real and something as a realization, it's not the same thing. You can realizate something which is impossible and unreal. That is the main point, and you are the one who will distinguish where is your level, where is your boundaries, and to cross it. Remember the suggestion about the ritual of Pentagram? Break the circle. Don't let demons bite and break the circle. You should be the one who will break your own boundaries. Don't let demons, angels, kings, and seniors of sun to be excuses so you can say, yes, my boundaries now are expanded. No, you should be the one who will do that sacred act. This is my final asking and my final instructions. It's not the teachings, because there is nothing to teach you. Do you know how the eagles learned, young eagles, to fly? By talking? By knowledge? By system? No. Push from the cliff, and bird will realize by own to fly, because the nature of the bird is to fly, and the bird is born with that nature. The more you are wasting your time in thinking how flying should be, you are far from the flying. And we have the same dream, the dream that we are something above the body, that we are something above this physical shell, which will eventually be dropped and be dead. But what if that is the truth? We are going totally opposite. We are trying to prove something that we are not, but we are not able to accept that body at all. We are not exploring the mind, even if that, yes, it is material. Will the mind be destroyed? Yes. But are we accepting that mind in fully? We don't know the boundaries and the levels of that mind. How can we talk about the selfhood and the soul, which is merely the terms and excuses of our limitedness, to simply accept our ordinary life as a sacred act? Don't be magicians in your circle with the holy books, with the magical wand, with your magical weapons. When you are alone in your house, it is very easy to be brave. Be magician before your boss, in the moment of your father's death. Be there with the presence. Even if you are fear, feel that fear. That fear is for you. It is a gift. Don't run away. Don't vibrate the name for the bravery, because you are giving the God's gift that you need to sense it, to feel that very harm sensation of death. Even if I need to be scared, I should be scared. The feeling is for you to feel it, not to throw it. Even if you are not satisfied with your money life, you can do these techniques to get money. But what you will do with money? I know so much people who have money in immeasurable times better than me, having a life completely fucked up. So take care what you desire. Sometimes it's bad to your misery. Try to stick with your own way of thinking, with your own speciality. If you want to be rich, sometimes the money, it's not the right volume. Now you are rich when we are speaking about the terms of our selfhood. There is no billions of dollars who can exchange with our hours of weekend working today and yesterday. Somebody will say, look this fool. They are throwing away the weekend. They could be maybe outside of a city, smoking, drinking, enjoying, fucking, and they are wasting their time speaking about what? Invocation, angel, astral projection. Who is rich? We or them? Always try to think differently, to put your wish in another form, and you will see how everything real is possible. They say, know yourself. How can you know yourself? Yourself, it's not built to know. Meet yourself. Have a lunch with yourself. Love yourself. Have a good time with yourself. Don't know yourself. Pretend that you don't know to know that stranger, but feel and have a good time with that stranger. And you will see how much spirituality will change and will give you fruits which you never tasted before. It is point not to stay child. You will be imbecile. You need to become child, which is totally different path. Becoming a child and staying a child, the same result is the child. But becoming a child, it's a most adultery thing that you can do in your life. Try to avoid people who will saying, this is childish. No, I want to try this childish because I know that I'm still that little child who wanted to simple do spiritual things, not because I want to be rich or to get something with the magic. I just want to do that because it is my way of doing things. And if I need to stay child, let it be stay child forever, so I can forever be in that mood. There is only 2 gifts to that child you can ever give. One, it's the roots. The other, it's wings. So think about it. How sometimes the roots, it's stopping you from flying. You need to forget who you are, what you are in social life, how successful you are, knowing that you are nothing from all that. You are the same particles of the universe, of the light, who need to reach its realization, sparkling that light, nothing more. You need to discover what is the action you need to do so you can sparkle that light from yourself. Know yourself or fuck yourself. It is your choosing. Choose one between these two. There is no third point. This is 7 o'clock. Sorry for a little time consuming. I have some meeting on telephone. I will be more than glad that if you are able to do a 1% of what I speak to you. I didn't speak about history. I don't know the history very well. I didn't speak about the theory. Yes, I philosophy a little bit, so I can just show you the way how I develop all things. Everything that I speak from heart and from my success. I didn't tell you fisherman's story, although I could, to move you, but this is not my way. I'm speaking exactly from my life. Everything that I experienced and everything that I failed, I speak to you. So you can avoid the same mistake. If you will try or not, usually not. People simply go to webinar, we are staying in touch, but there are very little try. Try a little. Just for me, for the sake of our weekend, try something. Maybe for scrying, maybe about the invocation, maybe about the asana. I don't know. Choose something you prefer and see if it suits you. And you will know that the same result that you will get is the same result that I talk. And you will ask yourself, if that's the truth, then what about the other things? And you will know that it is not reserved for talented people, for the initiatory people in a secret society, one of the millions. No. The mere fact that you are born and that you are capable to realize what I am speaking show the fact that each moment you can achieve enlightenment. It is your choosing, it is your wish not to have it. You are the obstacles, you are the method who need to upgrade so that enlightenment can come to realization, nothing more. This is my belief. I'm not securing this. I'm just thinking about it and sharing with you because I'm very pleasant to have you as my company. And both you and me are going in the most sacred path, and this is the path of light. We are seeing things, not putting under the carpet, not turning off the light, so we can have excuse that enlightenment is far away. No, it is here before us. The work, it's the mere thing which will enlightenment that path toward your enlightenment. Work. And more of everything, play. There is no gods working, only child playing. This is my ending. I have a very good weekend with you. From time to time, I'm doing similar things. You will find both on Facebook or the blog information. You can write me anytime, whatever you need. Do you have some ideas, some questions? I always try to answer. If I don't answer, usually I'm with my kids or anything, but day or two, usually I respond. I'm not the type of guy who just shutting off the communication, because I like to do this. This is my interest. I like to share. And sharing is the best way of teaching. Always. When you share something, I learn more from this webinar than you. Because the moment I start to speak about something, I am upgrading and learning more about myself than all you together. And you will do that same tomorrow with somebody ask you. When you start to speak, you will start to see that you are finally learning in the moment of teaching. That's it. I have everything to say. Unfortunately, some subject missed. Sorry for my English. Sorry for my philosophy. I promised it will be practical, but it is simply impossible to skip philosophical points of view. There is 8 hours of working. We need a little bit to have funny parts, to have laughs, to have coffee, to have foods. All in all, I'm very nice and very proud to meet you, and I would like to stay in contact with you. Sometimes I will learn something from you, and I'm eager to know, to learn the new knowledge. Everything is sharing. So go and share everything you have. Nobody knows where you will find the final trigger for your attainment. Maybe in this webinar it will be, maybe some other, but this is it, and I love you very much and wish you a pleasant and wonderful weekend. Okay? Yes. Bye.
Thank you, Dusha, for the seminar.